Hey, welcome back to Just Try DIY. I'm your favorite DIY guy, Mike, and I'm here to show you a little bit that what I picked up today. The Master Force table saw. Got it in an auction today and got it home. So I used my awesome car lift to actually get it out of the back of the trailer, which was actually phenomenal because the thing weighs almost 300 pounds, 275 or something like that. But more than I just want to try and pick up out of the back of the truck and put it down. So the arms worked out really good here, lifting it up, setting it down. But I thought, I noticed there's a little bit of sawdust and stuff on there's a funnel underneath. So as you can see, I'll show you here. Right there, you can hook up your dust collection system to that right there. And that way, so everything that comes out goes right into the dust collector, which is going to be great. I'm going to eventually do something like that. But I thought, you know what? I'm going to try and reach up in there and clean some of that out. Well, I tell you what. So far, that is how much I've got in there so far. I think this thing was packed full of dust from possibly maybe, well, depending on how much you used it, I'm not sure. But I'm even gets all the way up in here too. Well, here, there's tapping here, and then I start getting stuff falling out and stuff. I mean, it's just raining man glitter in there. So I'm gonna get things out here. I'm gonna try and go through this thing, kind of show you guys a little bit about it. Maybe I'll learn something about it too. But we're gonna get a new blade put on it. We're gonna clean up the top on it. But I'll show you that in a little bit while I do some more cleaning on this thing. So I'll see when I get this thing back on the ground. All right, so here I think I got everything cleaned out from underneath. I still had some other stuff fall out. But here's what we got. 10-inch, I believe a hybrid table saw. It's got wheels and everything underneath. From Master Force. There's all your details right there. But do some cleaning up on this and see what we can really make of this thing. I think one of the first things, definitely got to get a new blade. I'm not sure what they're using it for, but I'm guessing maybe just some particle board. But it's got some old miter tracks for this, but I do have a nice Craig jig one that'll go on here, but I definitely want to get this top cleaned up. Looks like all the screws are still underneath here for the cover on this. Looks like we have one for a dado blade, which is great. Not sure at all what this is for. You know what that goes to? That goes to a miter saw. I say sometimes you go to an auction, you don't know what you're getting for sure, but that was on this pile of stuff, so we'll see what happens. But I'll bring it back here and show you a little more later on. We're gonna get a blade change, start doing some deep cleaning on it. I need to do a little bit of fixing on the switch box here. Other than that, I think it should be good to go. I think she'll cat, so we'll see what happens. All right, so our next little thing, we're gonna see if we can kind of clean this up a little bit. Got a good neighbor here says, use this Bow Shield T9, I guess is what it is. It's kind of a rust corrosion protectant. Said he's used it on his cabinet saw himself and works out great. Doesn't stain the wood or, let the wood absorb off of it or anything like that. He says this works pretty good. Actually, what we're gonna do, I got some double-aught steel wool, and I'm going to spray some on here and try and see if I can kind of scrub some of this out of here. Hopefully maybe it'll kind of clean it up a little bit, but I don't know. I'm going to try to see what happens here. So I'm going to put a little on and just start scrubbing on this a little bit and see. Well, you can already tell. I can already tell, yeah, you can see that right there. That's coming up on there pretty good. So I'm just take this paper towel that I got here and just kind of rub Look at that, that's coming off of there, yeah. So that, oh wow, that does, that will, I think that make that a little nicer there for sure. So I think actually what I'm gonna do is I seen somebody the other day actually took a your orbital sander and laid some steel wool down like that, and then just ran the orbital sander over the top of that. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but yeah, there's something right there pretty corrosive right there. But I'm gonna give it a shot. So you don't gotta sit here and watch me clean this. You'll be right back, and hopefully I'll show you this is all cleaned up. All right, so we got things kind of cleaned up here. We got a new blade put on. I kind of went with the Diablo combination blade here. Kind of never really failed me so far, so they've been really good for me, and I think everybody does kind of like those blades. I did get ahead and got the top kind of cleaned up really good. It is a lot better than it was, but the one problem I did find, this switch down here did have a fault on the reset for the little safety on there for the fuse. Would never reset, so I went ahead, got a new one. Bought it off Amazon, and I'm gonna go ahead and get it hooked up. I did find out everything works fine. It just, that little switch there won't reset. So it's just as easy just to go ahead and buy a whole new switch. So I'm gonna get that changed out, and then kind of put everything back together, and maybe we'll make a couple of cuts and see how things go. Oh, the one thing I really want to show you guys, when I first started this, this whole fence setup was not adjusted. There are screws inside of here that help adjust it back and forth. There are little plastic screws that are in here to raise it up so it allows this thing to slide on here. There's scratches all over this thing, and I think it was mainly because it really never got adjusted right. So I did make some adjustments on it. I put a little bit of so actually a little bit of like some lithium grease on here, just a real thin coat on here. Man, it slides so much better now. Get the right adjustment on there, and that thing does lock down in there. It is solid. That thing's not going anywhere. I talked about earlier about knocking some of the dust out. I filled a large dustpan 8.5 times. I'm not sure this thing ever got cleaned out, but it is cleaned out now. And oh, I want to share with you guys too, if anybody has an issue or needs a belt, this is a 6PJ365. I went ahead and wrote it down on the inside of here, just in case for some reason it gets destroyed or whatever. I have it right here on the inside of the back panel to be able to get to things. And changing the blade out was pretty easy. There is a little safety on the back side. I believe it's the trunnion that holds everything going in there for the bearing and everything. There is a little push button in there. You can push it in from the back, hold it in while you break loose the bolt. Be able to change the blade out super easy. So actually, I'm kind of excited, but I need to get that switch fixed, and I'll get started on that. We'll get some cuts done. All right, so we got a new switch and everything put on, and we're gonna go ahead and make a couple of cuts with this, see how it goes. And my miter gauge here misses, everything looks good. We'll just go ahead and cut a little off of this, see what happens. I'll tell you. Of course, with a new blade, that works really nice. So let's go ahead and get things kind of lined up here. I'm going to go ahead and pull this off. All right, now we'll go ahead and give it a try here with the I think those things cut really nice. So, and of course, don't we all want to know Is it going to pass the nickel test? Here we go. Well, I would say so. I think that's pretty nice. Very excited to get this into doing some work. All right, so I think that's going to do it. Hopefully this maybe helped you guys out. If you find one of these for sale, I know I didn't find them in Menards anymore, but I know they're out there. I got this one at an auction. I've seen some on Marketplace and things like that too. But I'll tell you what, a very nice contractor saw set up here. So I think I'm going to be very happy with this, and we'll keep working with it. I may end up going with a zero clearance insert there, but that'll be maybe for a later time. Maybe even go ahead and make one of those nice sleds you can put on there, but I don't know if I'm ready for that yet. But hope you guys enjoy this. Hope it helps you guys out. And hey, like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys next time.